You are not, what I am saying is you are not dealing with selfishness. Selfishness is not really the problem. Desire is not really the problem. Anger is not really the problem. Greed is not really the problem. They are the living things here. Anger is an outburst of energy. So you cannot separate anger from this living organism like the way you cannot separate the tide from the sea. It's one. So you are not actually dealing with any of those things because they are living things. All the ideas you have, how to be free from greed, how to be free from anger, how to be free from selfishness is all that you are dealing with, but not selfishness.
Then what is the actual problem?
The problem is how to be free from selfish, how to be free from greed, how to be free from ego. That's all that you are dealing with.
Yeah, no, but would you?
But you are only thinking about it. You are not dealing with the problem.
Yeah, exactly.
The problem,
exactly.
Selfishness is not a problem.
Yeah,
it is not there. It is not there.
I mean, it does not get solved by trying to solve it.
There is nothing to solve.
There is nothing there to solve.
Like there is anger and greed, which is
the anger is gone.
physiological thing.
The anger is gone. Greed is here. You are here because you think that I have something which you don't have, and you want that. See, otherwise you won't listen to anybody. You won't go anywhere. You assume that I am assumption. So the greed is in operation here. When you are going to be free from greed, I want to know. What is the point in giving a lecture on how to be free?
Sir, then if selfishness is also controlled by genes,
Yes.
then
that genes
then
is
you
very
can,
limited.
Then you can go around, justifying
You will not
all
do,
kinds of
you
exploitation.
will not do. Only a selfless man who is trying to be a selfless man will do those things. A selfish man will not harm others because it's, you know that by hurting somebody else, you are hurting yourself.
But then I would justify all kinds
You
of
don't
exploitation.
justify.
I would
Justification is born out of your demand to be selfless.
No, but if well, you say, okay, we have so many environmental problems like we're polluting the seas, the rivers, and everything.
That's because of the fact that we have a right, to take everything that is there in the nature.
Yeah, so that
We have created a
But isn't that
problem.
selfishness?
exactly. Where has it come from?
Religion,
No.
religious thinking.
Religions.
Yes,
Religions have
it
not-
has come out of the religious thinking. The religion started the moment you separated yourself from nature and said to yourself that you are created by whatever, whoever is responsible for your creation, that you are created for a grander purpose than all the other species, and that you see the whole nature is created for your benefit.
Then what
I
is
know.
motivating an employer who would who is exploiting?
Frightened, you are frightened. Why you don't deal your servant in exactly the same way you deal with your boss? You will lose your job.
Yeah.
We have two different kinds of
Yeah.
moralities.
That's understandable.
That's
If you had
fear.
a choice, you would treat your boss like you treat your servant.
Certainly you would like to do it. Hit that bastard and walk out. Goodbye. Yes, do what you like.
No, but he's saying that the selfishness is a physiological
That is
survival
limited.
instinct, which
That
is
is
limited. Which
limited.
is limited.
No, that's
The
what I
harm
want
you are
to
talking about is it's not a harm.
Because the organism has to survive, so it eats.
So
Every time
so
you
it
are-
does. No, I agree that organism has to survive.
Yes.
So
It knows how to survive by killing you.
Yeah.
If I am hungry, I will kill you. If
Okay.
I have no way of
all
getting
right.
anything
So
to eat,
if it was limited to that,
that's
the
not
basic,
a problem. Then
there
there's
is no problem.
no problem.
Yeah.
You have superimposed on that something else, the idea.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
That is what I am questioning.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
That selflessness is only tomorrow, and that demand to be selfless has created another kind of a selfishness,
Yeah.
which justifies
But-
your actions.
maybe let's go a little slowly
All
because
right.
probably we are too. You are saying that if that selfishness to live, to survive
It's no problem.
is
It's
if
no
it is
problem
limited to
anymore.
that,
It's
then there is no problem.
No problem.
Agreed.
Unfortunately,
No, it is not so.
unfortunately,
You have
unfortunately, we have created the belief
Yes.
is an extension of the same living organism, the same survival mechanism. You have invented God. That's also an extension of the same survival mechanism. Everything we are doing is an extension of the survival mechanism.
You are saying that then it is part of the essentiality.
Exactly, so we have no way out now.
No, but then
You can't go back.
no.
Huh? That's
So
all
we
that I'm
can't-
saying.
But what then? Isn't it also in self-interest to see that we don't destroy the rivers and all?
That is, you create a ministry there, that's
For
all.
environment.
That's all. That's a political job, I told him.
And I'm-
Usually don't say that. It's a political job.
Then, sir,
It's not going to solve the problem. This is a tremendous problem, ecology. It's already too far gone, I'm afraid. You want those fellows to stop cutting the trees in rainforest there in Brazil, who needs a shelter over his head, but you cannot stop these timber lords from destroying the forests, because the whole military power is behind them, and the military is the tool of the United States of America. So it is involved. You believe those bastards who talk against ecology? Don't believe those people. It's not going to
Yes.
do any good for us. It's a tremendous problem. The nature is not concerned about this problem at all. You see, we have created the mess and we are going to pay the price. That's all that I am saying.
Yeah.
So is it possible to reverse? So I said, stop reading books, first of all. All that comes from the trees, you know. Even plastics, some plastics, your credit cards use the fiber of eucalyptus trees. Sorry. So what are you going to do?
No, I am.
What are
asking-
you going to do this problem? Every time you take a bath, you are killing millions and millions of germs. You are breathing. Don't talk it true. I'm not saying that you should
then
not.
are you sending me back
No, but
to
that may be that may be part
no,
of Stone Age.
No, they started with them.
No,
Our
but then-
problem- the fellow had the jawbone of an ass and he killed his neighbor, and now we have atomic weapons.
No, that may
Extension
be,
of the same.
exactly. That may be the same. The essentialities.
No, but see, we are very clever enough to draw the line and say that atomic bombs are necessary. Not necessary, but the policeman is necessary.
Yes.
So, are you ready to accept that the atom bomb is an extension of the policeman?
Yes.
Then the problem is simple.
No, but where?
He will rape my wife tomorrow in my presence. What do I do? My sister. So you need the policeman here. True, I'm not saying anything. I may not need. I'm a fool. You see. But my neighbor needs a policeman. So where do you draw the line? So very clever people draw the line and say this is necessary, that is not necessary. But you cannot. Your very thinking is creating a frontier here around you,
Yes.
protecting yourself.
Yes.
You are protecting yourself from the very sensory activity. Selecting, you are very selective, you are screening, you are censoring everything.
Yeah.
And what is the point in talking of unity of India? I want to know.
Yeah, that's.
I want to know.
That's probably.
Somebody asked
that's,
me,
that's
if you are the
stupid.
Prime Minister of India, what would you do? Please, you are not going to elect me as the Prime Minister of India. The first thing, Kashmir goes to Pakistan, West Bengal goes to Bangladesh, and the Telugu country will have to, he will not even throw me out of the country.
No, so.
How can you kill, sir? How can you kill people there in
Where?
Punjab?
Sir, then can I be good if I want to be then? Can I be?
What?
No,
What is a good man good for in this world? You are good for me, a bad man, I will exploit you. Sure. What is a good man good for? Tell me. You are good for me, a bad man who will take advantage.
Yeah, he will take
of his
advantage.
Goodness.
No, but
You are a fool. Not a good
Sorry, my question is still lingering there.
What is the question?
That
What? You tell me something about yourself. Who the hell are you? Simple. Who are you? Not who am I? Don't ask that idiotic question that Ramana Maharshi threw at the people. Who am I? Who the hell are you? Who are you? I really don't know. I don't know. I think I can give you my name. That's also given to me. Everything I am is given by others.
Yeah, accepted that.
My gestures, my manners, my words, everything.
yeah, whatever.
What is it that you want to be free from?
No, nothing.
Oh, come on. You don't want to be free from what you know.
No, but
Sure.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing for
Free
you.
from
Can
known.
read that book, Freedom from the Known. That has already become part of your known.
Yes.
So what good is that a fancy title, Freedom from the Known?
Well,
No, I'm
it's
just
depends on those people who
That's why
who gave the name and who.
That's why you
go
can't
by.
be free from the known by reading that book or listening
Exactly.
to the crap.
Yes.
Right. So we are not
Right.
concerned about
Right.
it. So tell me something about it.
No, as far as
I'm not a teacher. Please don't
Yes.
get me wrong.
No, that's what. As far as I
asking a
look
friend,
at
my
myself,
friend asking you the question.
As far as I look at myself,
You are not looking at yourself.
No,
you
look.
are no. You are not. You are
No,
just repeating.
myself means
Mechanically, you are repeating what you are told. Your name, your address,
Exactly.
your teacher,
Yeah,
the money you
so-
are making, the taxes you are not paying,
Exactly.
whatever.
So, so when you ask to tell, apparently I don't have
You are
anything
thinking.
else.
You see, you have to. You have to stop. That thinking has to stop to find out if there is anything there.
Yes.
How to get rid of the thought?
How is you want me to tell you how to stop thinking? It's adding to the momentum. This
Yeah.
is really our problem. We have never accepted the fact that it is the thinking can only create problems. It cannot solve.
It cannot.
No, but I said, so suppose
Sir,
you are
then I'm
suggesting
caught up-
assessment of the present
I'm caught up
problem.
then.
Huh?
So you're saying that let's before we think of escaping from what
What is the problem? I
now?
must. What is the problem? You look at this. You are not even looking at it. It's not possible. You can sit in front of a flower, look at the flower, listen to the river, watch the clouds, poetry, romantic stuff. But you see, it's the physical seeing cannot operate as long as you know what it is. If the movement of knowledge is not there, you will not describe that in poetic, romantic language. You have no way of knowing anything about it. That's all that I'm saying.
Then who is the culprit? Knowledge is the culprit.
Knowledge, culture is the culprit.
Yeah, it's the same. Knowledge and culture, they're
All one.
Certainly, they're not
Different.
They are not. They're the same thing.
So the fear of losing what you have
Hmm.
is really the fear of not getting what you want, the fear of losing what you have. But
Yes.
basically, both are the same. The fear of not getting what you want and the fear of losing what you have. What you have is fear. You don't want to be free from fear. That's
But-
all that I'm saying. All the therapies
But isn't fear
invented by man only prolonging and perpetuating that fear, but it is not freeing you from fear. If the
Yes.
fear comes to an end, you will be dead here. You will drop dead here.
Yeah, I suppose fear is
Well,
necessary for survival. like-
Survival, but you see the
I don't-
fear in this area.
I don't know about that.
No, no, we
That's
don't
one
know.
thing
The
which-
fear you see, that the animals have is really this survival mechanism that is there in us. But all the other fears, the fear of not getting freedom, has no basis. It may be the extension. You see, if I had that, if I were enlightened, I would solve all my problems. If I were a free man, I would solve all my problems. The problem is created by the demand to be free. That's all that I am saying. That has to go. And this automatically goes. The selfishness remains there as long as you want to be a selfless being. That has to go. The demand to be selfless that is put in there by culture has turned us all into selfish beings. Otherwise, you are not selfish. You kill and survive. The rest of it is for every other form of. So there's no point in putting it that way because you are not going to go back. We all imagine that the Aborigines lived a very marvelous life. Not only we, the Jetka wala there, you see, if there is a Jetka, the auto rickshaw driver, he's also like any one of us. We are interested in freeing ourselves from the known, and he is interested in wanting to be happy forever. The question of happiness is what everybody is interested in. All these jokers tell us that this will give you permanent happiness. It is just not possible because this system does not want the sensation of happiness forever there. It destroys the sensitivity of the nervous system. It is destroying the sensitivity of the sensory perceptions. So it is interested only in surviving as a physical organism with the heightened sensory perception activity and very sensitive nervous system. So we are,
and continuous pleasures will kill the sensitivity.
yes, the demand. So pleasure is turned into pain.
Exactly.
And so what's the problem? So permanence is not there. That's all I'm saying. If we ready,
Does the nervous system create the pain?
no, It is the demand for lengthening a particular sensation longer than its natural duration.
Which creates the pain.
It's the pain. You see, that's the conflict.
Yes.
There is no pain. The physical pain may be there, and then there is no special charm in enduring pain for spiritual reasons or for reasons of endurance. You go to a doctor and you give a pill, forget it.
So is the seeking of the pleasure a movement away from looking at that fear?
You can't look at the fear. How can you look at the fear? How? You don't even look at this. That's all that I'm saying, let alone the fear is something living there. This dead structure is preventing you to look at this. It is that is separating you from this.
No, but maybe we don't need to look at that.
We don't need to. Why do you have to repeat every time you look at it? That's a microphone. That's a woman. That's a man. Why do you have to do it all the time?
Yeah,
So people ask me when I go for a ride in the car. I read everything that is there, every advertisement, every telephone number, because that's all that is there for me. You don't imagine that you will be without all these thoughts, that there is a thoughtless state, that there is a void, there is an emptiness. It doesn't exist at all. You are preoccupied with something else other than what is happening there at that moment. Not living from moment to moment. Forget it. This organism is living from moment to moment.
Yeah.
That mind cannot live from moment to moment because it is interested in continuity, it is interested in permanence.
No, but why is that?
That is its nature. See, because we are created by that culture for its own status quo, for its permanence, for its continuity.
Well, which is again the product of human beings.
That is what we call human beings.
I mean,
Which is created by us only.
Yeah.
So
No, not
then
by
what?
us. They.
By us.
My
means-
mother, some
It's a-
joker
yeah.
came to see me. He's a scientist from Texas, Nobel Prize winner. We now know why the sky is blue. He said, "What the hell you are talking?" My grandmother told me the sky is blue. Ever since then, every time I look at the sky, I said to myself, "The sky is blue." Now you know why the sky is blue. I will add some more information and find out why the sky is blue. So what value has that to me?
Yeah.
Huh? Why do I look at the sky and say all the time to myself that the sky is blue?
And not only that, it's blue.
Now why
But
it
I
is-
know why it is blue.
why it is blue added.
so the knowledge is added.
It's added.
Some more added.
So I say I can feel good, superior, because I know why the sky is blue.
Yeah.
Hmm? That's enough, I think. Nice meeting you. Thank you for your visit. I can go on, but no point. Huh?
Yeah, now Pujana.
No, see the one question which I
They
don't know
are
someone
teachers and you are a student.
You also teach? Uh-huh.
He teaches.
I teach Kannada.
He teaches
Hindi.
Kannada. What do you teach? Science?
Computer
math
science.
and computers.
You like it here now?
Yeah, I like teaching math and computers. I'm teaching more advanced stuff than I was teaching in America.
Really? He almost hit me. Some pontiff would be Swami. And he left the order and became a banker.
Gone to States.
He's now in States. I never met him afterwards.
He's moved into States in English. Another man is painter. He's become a painter and also working in a bank.
Nice, good.
He's made a film also.
Very good.
He's very good.
Would be Swamis. I was chosen when I was 8 years old. How can I lose all this wealth and all this following? He said.
No, but how did you go into the TS?
Oh, I was born into it, sir.
He was given that culture.
My grandfather knew Blavatsky and all these people visited my home. All these monks, so many monkeys on my back. I had a great big problem getting rid of those monkeys. And the worst was the old man, J. Krishnamurti.
Where in Australia do you go to, sir?
This time I'm going to Perth, Adelaide, Melbourne, Sydney, and Brisbane, and New Zealand. So wherever my ticket, they have these round the world trip tickets, you can route it. Qantas Airlines, wherever it goes.
You said yesterday you told me you told us that you JK really laid the foundation.
For what?
I mean,
For me? No.
yesterday
I
you
withdraw. Statement. In the sense that it would not have been possible for
Yes.
me to say whatever I am saying and get away with that kind of a thing. In that way, he prepared the ground. Not for me, no. For people even to listen to what you are saying. He made noise for 60 years.